technology skills. Okay, yes, Gary Orchard's my name. I'm the ride trainer for the Townsville Cairns Bike Ride. I see a few faces around here that I've seen out on our training rides. My job basically is to organise a training ride every Saturday and Sunday for 5 months. I just answered the question this time. We saw hands of new riders, but let's see the hands of new and returning riders who haven't started training yet. Is there any? There we go.
It's always one.
Just a little warning, guys. You probably think it was the other day that we registered. That was actually 8 weeks ago, and there's only 12 weeks or so to go. So get on your bike. Right, now for the website, here we have the training rides. We have the approximate route that you're going to do, the approximate distances, and the approximate finish. And I stress approximate, sometimes we have to change it for all sorts of reasons. But basically that's what we're setting out to do, so you've got a bit of an idea of what's on the agenda on any day. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about our objectives of the training rides. Again, if you go into ride resources, you can also, let's say that we've come into events and into your calendar. You can also get there by going to ride resources and come down to training rides. And the first page there has some other information. I just want to read from a couple of points there just to highlight them. Now, with our training rides and on the ride, safety first is the ultimate. So we follow the culture of safety first on all bike rides. Group bike riding is an exhilarating and enjoyable activity, providing many positive health outcomes. These benefits come with some inherent dangers, and we need to understand those and manage them. All rides organised by the 2012 CCI ride will continue to focus on safety for all participants as their #1 priority. And from risk assessing what we do, there's a couple of things I just want to highlight today. What we've found is there is no substitute for training and understanding what's happening on the ride, and not only what's happening but why we do it. And participating in training rides or riding with some experienced riders who have been on the ride or done this type of riding is paramount for you to learn these things and get to understand them. A big part of our training rides is about getting people comfortable riding in groups. If you can't sit in behind that bike in front of you in the slipstream, you're going to work very hard all that things. And that will, you'll build your confidence. And we've got a couple of examples on the training rides. One gentleman, his wife have been on some of the rides. First, he had never ridden in groups before, and was incredibly nervous. And the first ride, he said, "What am I doing here? This is terrifying." And just yesterday, I noticed him, and his confidence is right up. He's comfortable making the calls now. He's right into the ride. So it's doing the rides that you'll build that confidence. And I can tell you now, I'd much rather ride behind somebody who's confident than someone who's nervous. So you can get that confidence up by joining in rides. Another area with the potential to cause accidents on a ride is bikes that are in poor condition. There's no reason. In fact, we'd ask you not to come on a training ride or a Cairns ride if your bike's not in very, very good condition. We've got Top Brand here today. They run an excellent workshop. Please don't leave it till the last minute or rush in there because you're going to struggle to get in. Keep your bike maintained right through. If you've got some problems now, get in and get them sorted, and you'll find that by the time you get to the Cairns ride, it might be only some fine adjusting that you need. But we can control that situation by making sure our bikes are in great condition. Now, a pet focus of mine, well, the word focus is a pet of mine when we talk about bike riding. Almost every accident that I've heard of, except maybe one last week, that I can just about bet that we can find that someone lost concentration or stopped focusing on the ride that will be a part cause of the accident. That's, I keep saying, stay focused when we get tired on a long ride. Just keep your mind on the job. The minute you wander off, when something happens, you just get no reaction time. You might flip a wheel, you come down and have half a dozen people sitting on top of you. So we really want to avoid that, and the only way to is to be on the We also need to understand the road rules. That's the normal car rules, as well as on the main roads website you'll find there's a specific road rules for push bikes, and there's a link on our site to go to that. Have a read of that. That's really worthwhile knowing and understanding. And we need to understand group riding etiquette, know the signals, and understand why we do them, and make it call out the things on the road that are a danger to everybody. So the second point we'll read is group riding provide training for new and refocused experienced riders on the rules and etiquette required for safe and fun riding. So we've pretty much covered that in what I've been talking about. And if we get this stuff right, we're all going to have a fantastic time, safe and enjoyable ride to Cairns. That's what it's all about. And the third point, this one sort of comes down to the individual bit, even though we'll do what we can, assist in developing fitness levels for the challenging ride ahead. Similar to previous years, the training ride is primarily aimed at new riders that need to establish their cycling capacity, and past riders have had their bikes parked since July last year. Riders are strongly advised that fitness training other than the organised training rides will be required to ensure an enjoyable ride for both you and your ride group. I can't make too fine a point on that, but if you don't get yourself ready, you're going to struggle, but you're going to upset your group as well, because we're all going to get there together with our groups. So if you can't make it, your whole group's going to feel it. So we have a responsibility to make a decision to be in a group, but we do the work required to get up for that. It is a considerable challenge. We're talking about 350 kilometres in 3 days. That middle day, 150 k's. And 3 parties along the way, so you want to be fit to be able to do that. Now, as I said, the training rides alone won't get you there. There's people who go to spin classes, they go to gyms, they have extra bike rides during the week. And we'll have a gentleman on a little later who will give you some tips on how you can improve your own fitness. He's a champion of that. He's a pretty fit sort of guy as well. You have a look at him. There's no excess on that board. That's 7 fit. That's Sam 7, so he'll be on a little later. So for the guys that have ridden before, don't rest on your laurels and think, oh, we made it last year. It'll be a breeze. Don't just sit back and think how good it was riding your Cairns, exhilarating feeling. Just cast your mind back to that last day out coming to Wigan, that little ride up in the Cardinal Range, or that last 30 km in the park. Think back to those, and they're the tough bits that the training, that's when your training counts. So the opportunity is now to do that extra training and get yourself ready so that you'll actually enjoy those tough areas as well. And remember, fit riders stay focused and ride safely. There's no two ways about it. Now, I just want to take a minute to, can I call it the team leaders or representatives of the teams up to the front of you for a minute. These guys and girl, if we can line up over here, well, the ride can't go on without them. They're a critical part of the ride, and they actually give up probably some of their enjoyment of the ride to help you guys enjoy yourself. So please support them all the way through. Can we come so that we're on this side of that far shirt? Come right across, because you're being video, superstar. Okay. As I who told Jack there's a camera? All right, we'll actually go from the fastest to the toughest. All right. So the Kangaroos, Will Cullen is again doing it this year, but he's been transferred to Sydney for work. So on the ride, he will maintain his role as work leader. Stephen Gray, who hasn't been able to make it here today, is looking after the local stuff. So anyone from the Kangaroos, he'll be in touch to organise working or group rides. The emus, we've got Kirsten here representing her husband, John Massey, who's back again to do the emus. By the way, there's 6 guys coming back again this year, which I think that's fantastic. Some of them have been doing it for years and years, but for these guys to keep coming back to do this job, that's just incredible. The Wombats, I don't know how many years John Jeffrey's been doing it. This is John time of year, look forward, so we know who you are.
Affectionately known as the gerbils.
Okay, the koalas, we've got Marty Wilkinson who's couldn't be with us. We excused him because those of us who are doing the black dog ride as well, Marty's playing the drums in a group down there and entertaining us, and he had a big band practice today, so we excused him. We don't want him being on feet now. So Peter Murphy and I'm also in the group, so we'll assist with any local stuff here, and Marty also organising training rides for the wombats. For the koalas, sorry. Now the kookaburras, you'll remember Trevor, for any of the kookaburras, can't make the ride this year, so Joe Kevin stepped up and he's going to do the role this year. Eagles. Eddie the Eagle, Eagle Pizza Man, is taking on the role for the Eagles. And Eddie has been assisting me with the training rides. He's there every week. Fantastic help. That's very much appreciated. We have a lady. The lady represented as the team leader, Tracy O'Shea, for the Paddles. Now, Tracy this year, she's given a commitment to me, haven't you, Tracy? She's going to ride the bike this year instead of me. Tracy was very ill last year and took a long time to get over that, and I know how hard she's been working. Had that very nasty accident last week, and she's back on the bike this weekend and rounding up the a nasty accident. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's one accident where I really can't find the focus of the riders at fault. It's very bad bit of motor vehicle handling, unfortunately. But both are on the mend, and we're going forward. Now, the go-inners, unfortunately, I haven't got a team leader yet. There's a number of people who are experienced that will support on the ride, but because of other commitments, don't want to take on the job. But we'll get to that and get an email out as soon as we've got that position filled. The frogs. The frogs. How many frogs have we got here? Everybody knows Jack Howard.
For I am the Lord of the Frogs.
Jack Howard is back for the frogs. And Jack's also been assisting on the training rides, and it's a fantastic work. And we come to the butterflies, and I've got an email back from, was it BJ?
Yes, BJ, yeah.
BJ. And it said, from the iron butterflies, I'll be here. So I tend to agree with him. I reckon these guys do a fantastic job. The time they spend on the bike, they've certainly got something to iron to be able to manage that. And Marcel is the team leader for that group, and both John, or BJ, and Bronwyn Ainsworth support with local training rides. In fact, at this stage, I think they're all returns for the butterflies, which is fantastic. Okay, thanks guys. I think we give these guys a hand.